Welcome to Reynolds Razorback Stadium, where they have been calling the Hogs since early in the morning in anticipation of this showdown we have coming. Today, two teams collide in an old-fashioned SEC showdown. As we'll see, the Oklahoma Sooners taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Arkansas Razorbacks. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. The Razorbacks will get us started with the opening kickoff. He'll bring it out. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. The Sooners offense is going to be backed up thanks to that lackluster return. And as we look out on the field, here comes the man who makes it all go, and that's this quarterback.
And he's big time. That's why he's up for all these awards. He's known. Everybody knows exactly what he brings to the table. He can run it. He can throw it. They're expecting a big day from this young fella.
This crowd bringing an ear-splitting welcome to their visitors. They'll try the left side. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. On the ground with the counter. Rolls his way forward. And they're going to lose yardage there. The defense completely owning the front.
And if I'm the running back, I'm going to listen. O-line, can you give me something? Can you give me some space to try to make somebody miss and not have another guy right next to me? I'm giving the offensive line an earful. I need some holes, need some space up front. They're going to do a better job.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. They've got the screen set up. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it.
The defense sniffed that screen out perfectly. All the D linemen, they were reading the body language of the offensive line. They knew something was up, and when the screen pass got thrown, they were right there to make the tackle.
The Sooners will bring the punt team onto the field. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. The Razorbacks offense taking the field for a chance we have to see them today. As we take a look at our impact players for this one, what are you looking for, Jesse, for a guy to make an impact?
Well, these are simply put the leaders of this football team, and generally games go how these guys play. If they make plays, then they've got a shot to win this one.
No doubt, they got to show up. These are the team leaders. These guys have to play well if they're going to win the football.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. He finds his man. At the 20, he's got space. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down. And the Razorbacks are threatening in the red zone. Trying to get to it. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop it.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. They'll try to run for it. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. Coming to the line of scrimmage on 3rd down. quick pass to the left, trying to get it to the marker. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. The Razorbacks will try to pick it up on fourth down. Wide receiver shows motion. Touch pass on the run. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down. So going for it on fourth down is one thing. Quite another to say we're going to run it for a couple.
Yeah, that's impressive because that was a long 2 yards. And I think there are a lot of coaching staffs out there that would have probably tried to throw it or get the quarterback on the perimeter or give him a run-pass option. But not this offense. They believe in their...
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Razorbacks.
The offense goes as he goes, so really no surprise in the opening drive. They keep feeding him the football. He showed you all of his ability on that TV.
The offense will have to use its first time out of the half. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the PAT makes it 7-0. So that drive didn't have to cover a lot of ground, going 47 yards. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. And here's the return. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. Time for this Sooner offense to go back to work. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here, man. Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive. So they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this one.
Oh! At the 35, he's got room. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play. See if they can turn this drive into points. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. The give to the running back from the shotgun. He has an extensive juke library, and he exhausted it and still didn't pick up much. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. Gets it out quickly. Tackle is made after the first down. And this junior quarterback shows you why the scouts love that big arm of his. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
When you play defensive end, it's all about getting off the football. You can tell, gets off the football really fast, gets in the backfield, gets the running back before he knows what hit him. What a play by the defensive end.
And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front seven on defense, it's going to be tough.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to push it downfield. Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. Not a lot of room on the return, but he'd already got the most important thing, the ball, and they have it at the 46. First down here for the offense. They move the tight end all over. They'll run it. Breaks the tackle. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
Fires into traffic, picked off. And after the interception and the turnover, this defense has set its offense up for business. Line gets set, first down. Motion by the back forces the defense to adjust.
Bullshit!
He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on first down to throw. He's got an open man. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end. Down to the 23 for this 1st and 10. Fast motion from the offense. This time they'll go to the running game. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Where the fuck is the fucking flat? Bro, where was the flat? Dude, you're... The fuck you go in for?
Touchdown, Oklahoma! When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback as you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short and he did the rest of the work.
On the move from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down, to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him, maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with the system.
And he was just a couple of steps away from taking that one even further after the catch. The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a 1st down. They go to the ground. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7. Went to the running game on 1st down. Now here they come again. The RPO, fire complete to the left. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. The D thinking bring some heat on 3rd and long from the 44. Fires to the tight end. That'll be enough for the 1st down, and they'll mark it at the 48. Ever since they invented the forward pass, the tight ends have been running the drag and getting the 1st down.
I think it's because the tight ends have so much versatility. You know, they can block and stay in the formation, or they can release and come out. But either way, if the quarterback's patient most of the time, that drag route's going to come in.
Quick completion to the right. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down.
These guys are called matchup guys. They're not the biggest guys on the field, but they're going to win. Short, and they're going to catch the ball, and they're going to make yards after the catch. You can tell those are the type of guys in college football that are starting to get maximized and used a lot more than they were in the past.
I mean, good news here, they get the completion. Bad news, though, not enough to pick up the 1st down. The target there, he's got to do a better job understanding where the 1st down marker is, make sure he gets the right depth on his route. Now, all of a sudden, head coach has a big decision on him.
They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a 1st down. We have the early makings of a quarterback duel, as these stats will show you. We've got a good one going here, and looking forward to keep those vibes rolling here in the 2nd. 1st down to start the drive after the break. Wide out in motion. Wants to throw on 1st down. A little screen to the running back. Not able to break the big one on that screen to the running back, but he found enough and a solid pickup on 1st down. And the Razorbacks look to do some damage in the red zone. Leaves it with the back. And they'll bring him down, but not before he picks up the 1st down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Razorbacks have it with a 1st and 10. Motion from the offense. Unloads quickly. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
Getting suffocated right away. How about the DB? Just seeing that initially, pulling the trigger, getting to him, get him on the ground, get the tackle for him.
Got it. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it first and goal. New set of downs right on the doorstep for this offense. Looking to throw. And the quarterback goes down all the way back at his 4-yard line. Can the D deny them on second and goal?
What you barking at? Oh, you barking at the cat. Gonna get him. Gonna get him. Get him. Get him.
Wide receiver now comes in motion. Trying to get the edge with a quick touch pass. Oh, and he thought he might be able to wiggle his way into the end zone, but they knock him down at the 3.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hit.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Arkansas!
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. Here comes the Sooner offense back onto the field. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you played a lot of plays, you get worn out, you need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen. Palmer, now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football because it's a 2-pronged problem. You've got to score points and answer, but you've also got to take your time and give your defense an opportunity to get their win.
Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And he finds enough running room, and he's marked down at the 20.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making a good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
They're going to try to throw for it on 3rd down. Wide open downfield. And he breaks into the open. He's at the 10. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Sooner! That was a lightning-fast drive that ends with a touchdown.
If you can string a few more drives like that together, man, we might as well get our popcorn out because we're going to get a lot of scoring.
And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that puts on the offense. Jesse, like, you know this is back and forth, and I got to score, and every possession matters so much. What does that do to you as a quarterback?
Well, it puts a lot more pressure on you for sure to feel like I got to make every 3rd down throw. If guys are open vertically down the field, I got to hit them too. We can't let our serve get broken.
Now on 2nd down. Fires to the big fella. And he's knocked down, but there's also laundry on the field. We'll see what the officials have called. We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. He's looking to throw. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down.
Well, tip your hat to the defense getting that incompletion because that hasn't happened often for this guy. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game.
Unloads it downfield. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. And the Razorbacks send out the punt unit. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. The Sooner offense returns to the field. This could be a real turning point in the game. They scored a touchdown. They got to stop. And now a chance to break the tie.
Yeah, this offense has got it cooking, man. And how about the defense? Great job getting that stop, getting the football right back to the hot hand. Now this offense, Palmer, has a chance to take the lead.
You can see the offense, too. They understand the situation right now. They were jonesing on the sidelines to get another opportunity to run back on the field. They are ready to drive this ball and go score.
Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. He tried to find some running room, but they get him stopped.
Great job of containing by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Well, the one thing you can say about this defense, they pursue the football. The first guy might miss, the second guy might miss, but there's going to be more and more hats flying to the ball carrier. You saw.
He'll take a shot. Fires the pass. Intercepted. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision making.
Danced his way through traffic. Pickup of 4 to the 19. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Off play action. Makes the grab and there's room. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a first down. This offense is like running a perfection drill in practice against air. Chunk play after chunk play, and here they come again. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
The Razorbacks get enough for the first down. Even dating to the days when they ran the option, Arkansas has always been built around the ground game.
Yeah, it makes Jerry Jones happy, huh? Noted Arkansas fan, always talking about the Hogs, his Hogs. And this team is always built on that physicality, built on that toughness.
Line getting set on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. He's got it. Still on his feet. Touchdown, Razorbacks! And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby. How about the renaissance of the tight ends? Inline, flexed out, split out. They can do a little bit of everything.
They really can. They're asked to block a lot of the times, too. But I'll tell you what, all the wide receivers out wide, the fancy toys, the fancy spread. Forget about that tight end. He does a little bit of everything. And then you reward the big fella throwing the ball, and he catches. So he really can do a little bit of everything on offense.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. On the run from inside his own 5. And the returner will be knocked down. Now the Oklahoma offense will go back to work. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field stretch of points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I would have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, you should have ran a better route.
Quickly out to the tight end. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
I like this tight end. He does a really nice job on his route running. He's been beating man coverage. He can find the soft spots in the zones. You got to get him involved.
The give out of the gun. Plows through the defense. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we have ourselves a ball game, and they have a chance to take the lead here before the half. The Sooners will line it up on 1st and 10. They're bringing heat. Dumps it off in the flats.
I want to get my running backs the ball in space as much as possible. And sometimes it doesn't work in the running game. I can throw it to them and try to create some space out wide, dump him the football, let him make some catches, and see if I can't get some big plays out of him.
Quarterback floating away from pressure. At 45 on his way. When you've been around like this guy has, you know how valuable picking up the first down with your feet can be. He wants to throw, feeling some heat. And that's just a flat misfire, not even close to his receiver. Offense gets set for second down. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. This time it's complete. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down mark. Looking to throw on third. Bought a little time, lets it go. And that is interception number 3 on the day. He was trying to get that return going. Instead, he'll hand it to his offense at the 38.
Back-to-back possessions, 2 forced turnovers, 2 interceptions. Defenses are salivating. That gets you excited. I'm the next guy trying to make a big play. I'm bragging about it if I've already got one big. But if I'm the other guys, I'm like, wait a minute. I got to get me one, too.
The incomplete pass leaves him with second down. Going to take a shot at this DB. It's complete. A huge pickup.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And Jesse, now their head's spinning just. It's complete. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Arkansas.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge. And also the anticipation, the time to be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone. That was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, Dave. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So Oklahoma has it again, and here comes the offense. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in. He's looking deep. Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players. Not a lot on the return, but they can live with that as they've got it at the 49. First down for the offense. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Quickly to the tight end. And an absolutely fearless tackle, giving up size, still got him on the turf. Looking to throw on second down. Makes a connection. And they explode on that one, and they've got it down to the 22. The offense will quickly use a timeout. Looking for a productive play on first down. He's going to pass. They're trying to get to it. He caught it. Takes it to the house. Touchdown, Razorbacks. No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in week 6.
And it's not an accident. They're featuring this guy. His second receiving touchdown of the game. That's your job as a coach. Find my playmakers, get them the ball so they can do damage and have games like this right here.
They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. And he's going to bring it out. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. Guys, we'll get another look at this Oklahoma offense. Now, they're backed up here, Jesse. Wonder how aggressive they're willing to be.
I think it's going to come down to how much confidence they have in this quarterback and his decision-making, because you cannot throw an interception at this part of the field with this little time left.
And I think that's conversations you've had with the young fellow on the sideline. Be like, what can run, maybe stay aggressive, but make sure I don't make that mistake.
Second down coming up. He's looking to throw. Coming after him. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack. This is the type of play that can give the offense momentum. Third and short from inside the 20. One back in the backfield. He gets the carry.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. You saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical enough.
Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. And the ball is intercepted. He gets the pick, but not the pick six, as they're able to run him out of bounds and limit the damage to wrap up the half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. A first half that saw a little bit of everything there in Fayetteville. Toughest job inside that stadium right now might just be the scoreboard operator after all those first downs and touchdowns. Big plays have defined this one, thanks to 2 of the best receiving corps in all of college football. Let's see if these defenses can adjust and make the necessary chess moves.
The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. Line gets set, first down. They'll start this third quarter with a run. Discards a man. Makes the stop at the 33, but it's a 15-yard gain. And this set of downs gets started from the 33, first and 10. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Got behind those pads and picked up 3 out to the 35. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. He'll try the left side. He got a bunch and looked close to getting a lot more, but he's got the first down.
In halftime in this locker room, there's a lot of positive things to talk about. You got the lead, but you know what else will be positive, Palmer? Get the running game going early in the second half.
You're absolutely right here, and I think this coaching staff is going to try to put this game on the offensive line a little bit. Let these guys take this thing over, be physical, and push this defense around.
From the shotgun, they'll run it. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down.
This is going to be a big key for him, David, with the lead here in the second half, running the football, right? Staying on the field and bleeding the clock.
Yeah, run the football.
That safety just sitting, bro. That safety just sitting.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
2 very different emotions inside the locker rooms of these teams who did battle today. Baylor took care of business today. I think their coach had their attention all week, and the end result was a focused group of Bears that fired on all cylinders. The circle of life in college football, where one team moves on feeling like kings, and the other heads home licking its wounds.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Quickly complete. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll go to the ground. Surges across the 30, out to the 32, a 6-yard run.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
Got it in the middle. It's Dugan. And he's down at the 41. That's a first down. These routes have some reads and adaptability built in, and the big fella found that cushion and made the play.
Man, it's so awesome how much offenses have evolved. They know exactly.
Makes the grab inside the 30. Oh, look out on the right. And the defense couldn't corral him, and he took it all the way. Touchdown, Oklahoma.
You know, quarterbacks and receivers, they develop confidence and chemistry as the game goes on. These two right now are definitely on the same page.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. How about the way they attacked the last time they had the ball, mixing run and pass and winding up in the end zone, Jesse?
That's why recruiting is so important. They've got weapons at every skill position on the field. Any of these guys is dangerous if they touch the football. Let's see what they do on this drive, David.
And so, Palmer, I got to take away something. I can't let them have everything and have success. I got to be aggressive against the run or play for the pass. I can't give them everything.
Wide receiver coming across in motion. Using the quick game. And the defense coming with bad intentions. They knock him down for a loss. After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. He's looking to throw. Fires to the wideout. And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. Just a short return, but that would have been icing on the cake. They've got it 1st down at the 42. Here come the Sooners ready to go on offense. They go to the counter. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9. Got a little work done on 1st down. Now back to the line. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
I love this linebacker because he's able to dissect what's happening in front of him, and he reacts downhill. He uses his speed to get to the line of scrimmage and create the negative play.
What a good run there. He has enough for the 1st down. And the Sooners come to the line with a new set of downs. The give to the back. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9. Stuck with a running game on 1st down. Now here they come again. From the gun, they'll try the middle. Fakes his man out. They get him off his feet after a pickup of 5 down to the 25. 3rd down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They can really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. Looks as if they'll send out the field goal unit. This is not a straight-on kick. A 42-yarder from the right hash. It's good. Easy call for the ref. So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it. If you're going to be a great player, you've got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Give to the running back. Barrels all the way to the 29, a gain of 6.
When you're a defense, it is stop the run first. That is your first responsibility. It makes the whole game easy. And right now, they got it going on the ground. The defense is going to have to change something up. These little tiny dink and dunk, dink and dunk. You keep doing this, they'll go all the way down the field on you, so you might want to get a little bit more aggressive.
Quarterback, quick pass to the receiver. Open runway ahead. And he found all kinds of room and got it down to the 28.
And you see so many of these plays now in today's football. Wide receiver coming in motion, and the quarterback catches it, just flips it forward. That's a completed pass. You see the big plays where it just lets him get on the edge really, really quickly. And if he drops the football coming in motion, it's just an incomplete pass. And these plays are getting big plays with really no risk.
They'll start the drive here with 1st down to open this period. Pulls and fires complete. And a good job in coverage there. They stop it after just a few. Kept it on the ground on 1st down. Now back to the line. From the gun, running back on the move. And he's knocked down, but not before moving the chains.
This guy's been special today. Coming into this one, they thought they had an opportunity really to get him going, running the football, and he has delivered. You've seen the speed, the vision, his ability to break tackles, well over 100 rush.
Leaves his feet and makes a nice catch along the left sideline. You know this sophomore has a big arm, and there were some revolutions on that one. They'll keep it on the ground for first and goal. Touchdown, Razorbacks! And the punishment has been extended. That should move them closer to this elusive second win of the year as they build this fourth quarter lead.
That's a nice job by this offense. Nice job putting a drive together late. This might seal this football game. And nice response. It's nice to be home, isn't it? Come back to the home crowd after you've lost a couple games. Get some mojo going back in your way.
And the return man has no place to run, no place to hide, and a place to be tackled. Here comes the Oklahoma offense. David, they couldn't pay off that last drive with a touchdown.
Now, they moved the ball down the field and executed like they wanted to until they stalled out and had to settle for a field goal.
I think if you want to take the next step, too, here and score a touchdown, you got to start finding more creative ways to get your best players the ball. Let's see if they can do that here.
He's moving out of the pocket. He felt the heat trying to get away, but down he goes. He'll lose a yard or two. A third and short coming from their own 20-yard line. They'll try to get the first through the air. Throws to the wideout. And his fifth interception of the game, a miracle they haven't pulled him yet. He would have loved to make the big return there, but he still gives his team the ball at the 37. First down here for the offense. Running back searching for a hole. Found that crease, and they knock him down. For 5 to the 32. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. Really nice run there. Good, solid pickup, and they'll move the sticks for the first down.
Offense has a huge lead right now in the fourth quarter, and they're just going to run this football to try to ice the game. Being more dominant, being more physical at the point of attack.
Hold down after a pickup of 3. Ball's at the 13. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. They've got him looking run. Now they're going to throw it. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
Yeah, and just got enough of the football there by the defender, breaking on the football, getting his hand on it. He couldn't bat it down, but he got a fingertip on it, tipped that thing away from the receiver, made the big play, saving the touchdown.
He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and fourth down's coming. It's good. He could have hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. And now the lead is extended a little further. They're really starting to extend that lead as they get ready to kick it away again. And he's coming up, and he loses the ball deep in his own end. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover. They are so close to a score, they can smell it on the first play of the drive. First and goal. Touchdown, Arkansas! And the route is on. That one puts them in really good shape to get back on the right track and get another W.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me, or I should get concerned, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. Time for this Sooner offense to go back to work. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. 2nd and 10 after the previous play. He's looking to throw. Shoots it to the left. Good quickness to grab it off the bounce. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. Looking to move it through the air. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss. Second down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Flushed out of the pocket. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hits. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we see miracles in college football all of the time, and they could use one here. It'll be 3rd and short from their own 33. Pressure coming. He's taking a deep shot late in the game.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game today.
They'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today too, David. They had a really good game plan coming into this one, and they went out and they executed at a very high level.
Yeah, lights out, and this game's over. I'm interested to see the philosophy now. Do we keep chucking the pill and keep trying to score points because it's the defense's responsibility to stop them, or do they just run this clock and say, all right, we did enough today. We kicked them in the face.
They get him on the ground, but it's a first down.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that first down, so they dial up the running play, and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
Here's the handoff. And on that short gain, that will bring us to the end of this game. Well, this one had all the suspense of a bug hurtling his way toward a windshield.